Hare Krishna. Today we are going to study the verse number 14 of chapter number 4 of Bhagwat Gita as it is. The name of this chapter is Transcendental Knowledge, and every verse is meant to liberate us from the law of karma. We all know that when an action is performed by a person, it is with the desire of some gain. And this is the main cause of all kinds of entanglements. In today's verse, Krishna is going to tell Arjun how one can be liberated from all kinds of material entanglements. So please watch the video till the end. Now let us recite the verse number 14. Namam karmani limpanti न मे कर्म फले स्पृहा इति मां यो अभिजानाति कर्मभिः न स बध्यते न मां कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्म फले स्पृहा इति मां यो अभिजानाति कर्मभिः न sabadhyate. Na, never. Mam, unto me. Karmani, all kinds of work. Limpanti, do effect. Na, nor. Me, my. Karm phale, infructive action. Priha, aspiration. Iti, thus. Mam, unto me. Yah, one who, abhijanati, does know, karma bhi, by the reaction of such work, na, never does, sah, he, badhyate, become entangled. Krishna is telling to Arjun that there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fructive reactions of work. Krishna is saying, Namam karmani limpanti. It means that there is no work that affects me. Name karma phale spriha. Nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Iti mam yo abhijanati. And one who understands this truth about me, karma bhi sa na badhyate. He also does not become entangled in the fructive reactions of work. Now let us read Srila Prabhupada's purport and understand the shlok in a better manner. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णवों की जय. Srila Prabhupada says that in the material world, when a judge of the High Court or Supreme Court or a king or maybe any ruler of a state, if he punishes a criminal, then the judge or the king or the ruler, they do not become criminal, because the lawmaker cannot be under the same law. In this material world also, it is understood and believed that the king or any judge or ruler can do no wrong. And here we are talking about the spiritual world, where the Lord can never be subjected under the laws made by him. In the previous verse, Krishna said that he made the 4 divisions in the human society based on the qualities and actions of the persons. And the 4 divisions are Brahmins, who are supposed to be the brain of the society. Then Kshatriyas, they are considered to be the hands to protect the entire society. Third, the Vaishyas, which is the stomach section, which deals with the food and milk production, and in addition to this, carries out the trade in the society. And the last section is of the Shudras, who cannot do the work of either a Brahmin or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya. So they serve all the three sections by working under them, and in return get knowledge, protection, and food from the other three sections. Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna himself created the four sections in the human society and is telling Arjun that he is not the doer. Arjun couldn't understand this. That how is it possible? After creating the four divisions, how can Krishna be the non-doer? To explain this point, Srila Prabhupada says that Krishna does not have any desire to laud or enjoy the material world. Krishna is the supreme creator of everything, right from an ant to Brahmaji, and he does not have any desire to enjoy the low level of happiness. It should not be very difficult for us to understand and believe that Krishna is the ultimate reservoir of all beauty, intelligence, power, riches, fame, and detachment. Krishna is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. Omnipotent means all powerful. Krishna's name, form, pastimes have the same power to deliver everyone from this temporary material world. And omniscient means that he is the knower of everyone's past, present, and future in the 84 lakhs of species. And omnipresent means that he is present everywhere. When Krishna was in Dwarka as Dwarikadhish, then Narad Muni thought that how is Krishna managing his 16,108 wives? And when Narad Muni saw Krishna present in 16,108 palaces, he couldn't believe his eyes. Then during the Ras Leela, Krishna was dancing with thousands and thousands of gopis, and Krishna was individually present with each gopi. So, this is the magnitude of Krishna's powers. This is the reason that Krishna doesn't want anything from this material world. And in today's verse, Krishna is clearly saying, Namam karmani limpanti. It means that there is no work that affects me. Name karma phale spriha. Nor do I desire to get anything. Now Srila Prabhupada, to explain this point, he states from Bhagwatam, 10th canto, chapter number 33 and verse number 29. Teji yasam na doshai. It means all powerful Krishna can never be contaminated or polluted. Rather, when one gets close to Krishna, then he gets automatically purified. It means that one gets purified when he goes to Krishna, either in the form of Krishna's name, deity, or his pastimes. When one sees Krishna's deity, or chants his name, or listens to the pastimes of Krishna in Bhagavatam Katha, automatically the heart gets purified. This happens because Krishna is complete and is in no want of anything, and we human beings are always in want of beauty, knowledge, power, fame, health, and we are working day and night for all these things. Since Krishna is all complete and doesn't want anything, so he is unaffected by any kind of his actions. And we human beings have the desire of enjoying the results of our actions. That is why we are under the law of karma. Srila Prabhupada says that it's not only Krishna who is unaffected by any kind of his actions, but also his devotees are not affected by the results of their actions. For example, sun is an eye of Krishna, and when sun rays fall on the vast oceans, flowing rivers, lakes, ponds, wells, and on dirty drains as well, the sun rays never gets polluted. This is the same with river Ganga. Everyone takes a dip, be it a devotee or a non-devotee or a sinner. They all take dip in river Ganga. But Ganga river is always pure and pious and never gets contaminated even when the dirty drain water flows in Ganga. Rather, the dirty drain also becomes purified when it comes in contact with river Ganga. Parikshit Maharaj, while listening to the Bhagwatam Katha from Shukdev Goswami, asked Shukdev Goswami that how did Krishna dance with so many gopis at midnight who were other people's wives, and in the Vedic scriptures it is not allowed. Then Shukdev Goswami said that Krishna never wanted anything from the gopis. Rather, Krishna danced with the gopis to fulfill their wishes. And the moment the gopis had a little sense of pride that Krishna is dancing with them, Krishna immediately disappeared from there. Srila Prabhupada says that if Krishna was enjoying the company of the gopis, then why did he disappear? Krishna doesn't want anything from anyone. He is Atma Ram. He is self-sufficient and he is complete within himself. He is the giver of beauty, intelligence, wealth, power, fame to all of us. And the little beauty, intelligence, wealth, power and fame that we human beings possess is actually given to us by Krishna. Srila Prabhupada says that there is no difference in Krishna's feelings while he is embracing a gopi or while he is embracing a cow or a calf, or while embracing a tree in Vrindavan Dham, or while embracing his cowherd friends. And anyone who knows that Krishna's birth and activities are divine will also not get entangled in the law of karma. And the opposite of it is this, that the people with poor fund of knowledge, when they think that Krishna's birth and actions are just like any other ordinary people, they will never get liberated from the endless cycle of birth and death, which means that they will be entangled in the reactions of their actions. This verse has clearly given us the way as to how to get liberated from the reactions of the action. And it is so simple. We have to just listen to Bhagwat Gita with complete faith that when Krishna is himself saying, then it is for the good of the entire mankind. Because Krishna wants us to get liberated from the endless cycle of birth and death in this temporary world and get back to Golok Vrindavan Dham, where each one of us can eternally live in our spiritual body, which is not subjected to birth, old age, disease, and death. Just imagine where there is no birth, that means no old age is there, no disease, and no death. And everyone lives there with their true identity, the original identity, that is the spiritual body, which is always young, beautiful, and eternal. I am sure that each one of us have properly understood today's verse where Krishna says that he is not affected by any kind of his actions. And the reason is this, that he does not have any wish to enjoy the fruits of his actions. And one who understands this truth, Krishna says, will also become disentangled from the fruitive reactions of his work. So it's very clear for us that if we want to get liberated from the reactions of our actions, we have to simply believe in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, Jan karm cha me divyam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma na eti mameti so Arjuna. Krishna has very clearly made an announcement to each one of us that if only we have firm belief in Bhagavad Gita and know the transcendental nature of the appearance and activities of Krishna, that they are divine, then after leaving the body, we will never get back to this material world, which is a temporary place, but we will go to Krishna's Golok Vrindavan Dham, which is the eternal abode of each one of us. I bow down to Srila Prabhupada for making us understand the Bhagavad Gita shlokas in such an easy manner. I bow down to my Shiksha Guru, His Grace, Hari Mohan Prabhuji. I thank each one of you for listening to the Bhagavad Gita shlokas very attentively and very, very minutely. Now we shall meet the next week. Until then, keep chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and always be happy. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anant Koti Vaishnavo ki jai. Please do write your comments in the comment box, and in case you have any questions, please do write. I will surely try to answer your questions by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,